It is another late night work session, and this time I am making lesson plans for something called studio class. Now, what is studio class, you might ask? Well, most or just about all of my piano students do private one-on-one lessons, but sometimes I find it helpful and beneficial to bring my students into a group environment so they can not just learn from me, but also learn from each other and enjoy the camaraderie that comes with knowing other fellow piano students who are doing the same thing as them. Just like you would learn in a classroom and have classmates, I like having that group feeling for students too. So that is what it is. So over here, I've got my lesson plans out, all written out, and then I'm working on a presentation on Beethoven. That's gonna be like our little music history segment, and then some books for myself to decide what I want to do to play my own selections for certain activities. And the presentation is all set. I know this is very, very simplistic, but this is watered down to be presented in around 5 minutes or so, and it's also very watered down for the attention span and level of children. So if you're a music professional, just keep that in mind. At the end of studio class, I typically like to do a snack, and today I'm getting a head start on that for tomorrow by making brownies. Y'all, remind me to use a box mix this time because these brownies are fine, except they're not as sweet as I would have liked them, and because these are for kids, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. So, off to the grocery store for a last minute run for some frosting to make up for the difference. Today's the day. Well, the brownies did not quite go according to plan with the frosting. And the brownies also were tough on the outside and chewy on the inside, in addition to being not sweet enough. And first of all, I was like, maybe I'll just start over from scratch and get a box brownie mix from the grocery store. And then I was like, you know what? It's 9 o'clock at night, the night before, and I opted to instead get refrigerated cookie dough. And you know what's neat is that when I went to the store, so I bought 2 things of Toll House refrigerated cookie dough. As you can see here are the 2 packs of what's left over. So I bought these 2 packs, and I completely planned on paying for them, although I was like, another business expense, after I had already, done the ingredients on the brownies. And then I check out at Harris Teeter, and it says $8 like customer relations discount, and I was like, yeah, sure, and I accepted the offer at the self-checkout, so I only paid 8 cents for the 2 things of cookie dough. And it's so neat how God shows up in these little ways to provide. I'm not going to film a lot of this event to protect the privacy of my students and children on the internet in general, but I thought I'd give you a rundown of what I have planned. I planned more than what I need to because better to have more than not enough. So generally, I am going to start out with an icebreaker, and then we will play some musical chairs where the kids have to listen for a change in dynamics. I have that little presentation on Beethoven, and then we're going to do some charades with bad practice habits. And then I have a little composition activity. I kind of lump them in with some of this here, where students get to experiment with different sounds and certain rhythms. Then they'll have some listening examples where I'll play a piece, and then I'll put surprises in the piece in terms of changing up the articulation or the dynamics or the rhythm or something, and the students have to jump up at that. And then the kids will have a time to play for each other, and some of the older kids can give the younger kids feedback, and I can give group feedback as well. And then of course there's a time for snacks at the end, and I guess I said I'll play something for my students, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do for that. And then these are just other things that I have on my game plan in case we have extra time and we need something. else to do. Okay, irresponsible me problem. I planned for us to do bingo, not realizing that I only have one version of this bingo board. So I need to make like 2 or 3 more versions and copy those. And I have 90 minutes until class is supposed to start. So we'll see if I can go ahead and pinch. And pardon the bad angle, because of the time sensitive nature of this, I am not going to set up the tripod. So hopefully I can get this done in time. Okay, one more done. One more to go. And then all I have to do is make copies of them. I hate that these aren't as pristine and neat as the original board, but oh well, it will have to do. And I have to remember not to stress over this little stuff because the kids don't really care. I mean, I try to be as neat as I can, but the kids are not sticklers for precision and neatness. What matters at the end of the day is that I do my job in teaching the kids effectively and making sure they have a good time. All right, all done. This is me, sitting in my comfy chair after all the kids have left and eating the leftover snacks because I was playing for the kids while they were eating their snacks. So now it's my turn. In all seriousness, it was a great session. Kids are high energy, so it's a nice challenge on my part to try to match that. And prepping for eventually group lessons that I want to do in the future. Yeah, lots of work, but lots of fun. Great results. The kids loved it. They really enjoyed. They didn't want to leave. Yeah, so now I have a clean up to do, and then the rest of the day is mine.